It's indeed an honor really to be here to represent D2 Intelligence, really to answer some questions you may have regarding our company. And this slide, you probably have already seen that from Dr. Wang's presentation, those 3 stages. So I guess one common questions I got is, what is D2? What does that D2 stands for, right? So D2 really is data and decision. So it's really data-rich and decision-critical era. That's where we are. So our mission is really to help the institutional users, meaning government and meaning enterprises, to have a smooth AI transition adaptations that powered by generative AIs and all other tools we have. So this is kind of how we really position ourselves. So next slide is talking about some market conditions today, right? So the hardest topics today is really large language models. And with the advent of ChatGPT on November 30th of 2022, right? So this is the hardest areas, whether it's investments or enterprises or academias, and everybody's on this. And then I kind of put it here like 5 different camps, if you will, to develop AI. So on this side, certainly it's tier 1 foundation models, right? Mostly by those global players. And then on this side, it's really mostly kind of a super consumer applications, like Pikas, like Sunos, and so on. And then on this corner, that's really a lot of large enterprises that and then affiliated IT companies. Basically, what they are using is using an open source large language model to develop applications for them and the verticals. In the middle, you have a lot of those really high powers, and we call those unicorns, right? Have a great VC monies and a lot of enterprise support. What they're doing is really doing a large language model, really try to compete with those guys in tier 1. And then the last, certainly not the least, you got a company like D2 Intelligence, Wenge, like what Dr. Wang says, that we are really coupling the decision engine and with the domain expertise with foundational large language model actually developed from scratch, from ground up, to really helping the enterprise users to making smart decisions. So later on, me, myself, a few slides, and then also my colleagues, throughout this events, really try to reveal how exactly we are doing this. So this is kind of the product suites. Really have 3 pieces. Okay, this piece is our large language model. Really the key is we have our own data, we have our own domain expertise, our knowledge, use cases, and so this is something we're gonna really reveal later on by our colleagues in Martha and Angus. And then on top of that, we have this new innovation we call Enterprise Engine, right? AIEs. That's where we really use what we have developed here to develop some vertical solutions. And on this right side, that's where all those vertical application is, specific vertical applications. So who do we serve, right? So based on the 18 years of histories we have, and then also coupling with the market conditions and situation in Hong Kong, we basically serving those 3 major verticals. We have the financial services, banks, the securities, the insurances, and also the funds. And then in the middle, we have media marketing companies. We are like Dagong Wenhui here, and we got CCTV here. So media marketing companies, including brands, right, for branding. And then here, we have public services, basically government agencies, we get academias, and also we get healthcare. So these are the ones we already have data, have use cases, have reference sites. And then on the right side, here, that's for those verticals, we don't really have direct expertise. For those verticals that we have really partners, that we have a lot of partners here. We got Digital China here, we got H3C here, we got HKBN here, and we got Forms here. So those are the companies we team up with really to provide vertical solutions beyond those 3 areas, or for those 3 areas where we don't really have the direct access to. So that's how we serve. These are provide some logos here. You can see that those are the customers we already have. Some of them are really large Fortune 500 companies and large brands. And then this is drill down a little bit deep on the financial side. How do we do it? So really is, first of all, it's all those specific domain-related data. Here, to be noted that this is not only our data, and also the customers, you have your own proprietary, you have own private data, which you could use, really train, fine-tune your models, specifically for your use case, right? And then this is also very unique. That's something we developed really for our clients, their own IT staff. Really, you could tune the models, you can monitor it, you can manage it. And as you can see on top, we got at least 16 use cases already developed. These are all have commercial deployment already. And then on the media side, we have done the same. And then just want to note, in the middle, these are the kind of a standard mature products we already have, like content convergence platforms, and we also have a social computing analysis platform, and we also have this virtual avatar, right, digital figures. So these are the things we already have, and then now we just upgrade those using large language model, using generative AI technologies. So make it more productive, make it more meaningful, and then to realize more commercial values. So what problems we solve, right? So these are based on the enterprise surveys that by the A16Z, that the Super Angel Fund in the US, they have done surveys. They ask about 500 enterprises about the questions. What kind of pain points you have when you deploy AI? So these are the four areas that we have a lot of problems. So that's how we addressed it. And then here, so in using a general purpose model like ChatGPTs, like OpenAIs, then you tend to have some reliability issues when you try to dig into some domain-specific informations, right? And you could have a hallucination problems, that 幻想, right? Then this is one problem we resolve by using a domain-specific informations fine-tuned by your own private model, private data. And then you have a problems with security, privacy issues, with compliance issues that mostly it's caused by using cloud-based services. And then on top of that, we could provide you an alternative on-premises deployment or all-in-one hardware boxes in addition to cloud-based services to resolve their problems. And then here, a lot of people fear about black box, right? Even you use open source model, hey, maybe the parameter is really open to you, but the data sets itself, how the AI engineering process itself, it's not open to you, right? So that's a black box. So we provide solution is really because we developed this thing from ground up, from scratch. So we have total control. And then last but not least is the enterprise users, our government users, they have existing IT systems, right? So the AI system cannot work alone. You have to seamlessly integrate with your AI system. So that's where we provide. It's a seamlessly integrated with your existing legacy system. Also, there's leverage your own data. So as we all know, the key things, Professor Wang also said, it's about talent, right? So briefly, here's a kind of core team here that Dr. Wang you met, and his professor, Professor Daniel Zheng. Some of you may know that he is really a world-renowned academia expert and scholars in the AI agent fields and social computing. Very well known, and it's he's IEEE fellows and also PhD from Carnegie Mellon. And then our CTO Cao Jia, who you're going to see that you're going to meet later on, who's going to do the AIE development, the demo. And I myself, even with a physics degree from Zhejiang University and also founding members of a startup company, I'm considered a non-technical guy. Everybody's here is a PhDs and the technical guys. And so I provide more managerial, commercial, and investment backgrounds to complement what we have in the team here. And as you can see that, the whole team, we got 800 some people, and 70% of them are technical guys, and 40% of them, they have master's and PhD degrees. We also have like 30 some scientists. So how we differentiate, right? A lot of choices here, and 非常卷, right? A lot of competitors. Why Venge? Why D2 intelligence? So I think really there are three areas we are kind of stand out. First of all, we're highly dependable. We're serving really public sectors, serving financial sector, which has the most stringent requirements of security reliable. And second of all, we're highly technical. That's kind of spoke volumes already. Then the last one, but very important ones, we are really market proven. Okay, we have a lot of long-term Fortune 500 companies as our client, and also that we are kind of pre-IPO companies. It's really being proven by the major investors. So in short, to summarize, comparing with those tier one players, we are more flexible, we are more nimble, and we are more intimate. But on the other hand, comparing with the AI startups companies, we are more reliable, more robust, and more proven. So if you kind of happy with those two ends of the customers, hey, we're still friends, but maybe we cannot do business. But if you are happy with, you have some issues with tier ones or with startup companies, let's talk. This is my last slide. Basically, it tells you some of the kind of histories of Vanguard, of D2 Intelligence. 18 years of histories, and commercial company started 2017. So we have very good track record of really commercialize and productize our innovations. So it's really, our journey, it's really a great reflection really of our themes here. How do we do from creativity, from innovation, from imagination, from promise, really to commercialization, from productivities to realizations, right? So on the bottom here, I put like 3 phases. So last August, as part of the growth, diversification, and globalization strategies of the company, we formed this D2 Intelligence in Hong Kong last August. That's where also I moved over from Beijing to be based here. And our goal is really using Hong Kong as our innovation hub for global expansion. So in our plans, we have 3 phases. The launch event of today really marks as our first phase. We believe we have already found the product market fit and for these markets. And then here, we're using the innovation of large language models, innovation of AIE. We will be serving the companies here in those verticals, and we work with our ecosystem partners to expand. And then this is really our foundation here. So I really appreciate all the help you have been given to our company, to myself personally, since I came here, since we are established here. And some of them are here, like Invest Hong Kong's Andy here, and like Science Park, we got Selena here. And we have a lot of guests who are going to come up here as representatives to really help us to further expand. So with that, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, George.